and welcome to another episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter, where today, as you see, we'll see here just a little bit about my scope and what I'm doing with my scope today. Hopefully things will a little bit better, and I'm hoping that my microphone works. I spent about a half hour this morning trying to make sure everything worked, and at that point in time, everything was working. So let's hope it all works. So stand by and let's get started with today's show. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter. For today, we're kind of going to be talking about my Killer Instinct Speedring scope by Lumix today. It is a different scope than I'm usually used to. So, it's been a little tough for me to sight in. So I'm trying my best to get it done. It's been tough. I mean, it really has. Because it's got this right here. This is the speed ring right here. You really can't see the numbers, but there's numbers there from like 200 to 390 or 400 or something like that. I don't have my scope right here in front of me. I got it ready to go. Like I said, it is a Lumix speed ring, 1.5, 5x32. It does have this the caps here on the side that you can illuminate the reticles inside. But this is what it kind of looks like inside right here. So where I was sighting in at, was right on top of that at 20 yards. Well, I figured out after a little bit of time of deliberating and figuring out stuff that at 20 yards that was fine. However, here's your 20-yard mark, your 30-yard mark, 40, 50, 60, so on and so forth. So if you want to go down to these marks, you're going to be way high. So how do I solve that problem? Well, I deliberated about it. So I decided I'm going to go sighting in all my dots. Okay? But I'm only going to be using two dots. 20 yard and 30 yard. I don't want to go down to 40 because, remember, when you're shooting from A to B, from A going into B, if you're at 20 yards, you're probably going to get a straight shot. Okay? At 30 yards, you start to see an arc. Okay? It's a very slight arc. If you watch it through your scope, you go see the arc. When you get back to 40 yards, it's going to be a bigger arc. 50 yards, even bigger. 60, I'm exaggerating here a little bit so you can get the point. So at 60 yards, you're going to be way up here. It's going to come down at this type of angle. So you're going to be an angle in. But you want, and that's not very good because, is that going to be a good shot through? It's going to depend on where you hit. So if you hit up right here, chances are on the other side of the animal, it's going to be way low. So you may end up missing a lot of stuff or wounding the animal, or it takes a longer time for the animal to die. That's really not a good ethical shot. So I elect to do no more than 30 so I can put that shot right in the breadbasket. So yeah, I decided to do that. And when I go out, you'll hear me reiterate again, I already have done I don't know, multiple shots to get myself within the range. I still have more work to do, but I'm going to do just a little bit of video on that today, and then, because I know sighting in, it can be boring as watching grass grow on a rainy day. So we're just going to do a little bit today. I'll do a lot before I video, and I do like 6 or 7 shots for the video itself. Also, before my editing, well, I'm editing now, I guess you could say, my microphone worked great. It's a cheap microphone, so it picked up everything out there, even the tapping on the table, unfortunately. But I had to turn it way down. I hope I turned it down where it doesn't blast you out too much. I won't know till after I put the editing together and the video and all that together until afterwards. So I did turn it down, so hopefully it working out good in that aspect of it. So, with that said, let's go outside. Okay, so you've seen what my scope kind of looks like inside, and you can probably see why I'm going to these solid dots instead of the arrow on top. So I'm only going to shoot just a few arrows, because, you know, like I said, watching somebody sight in their crossbow is awful. And I spent a lot of time this morning working on sighting it in. So let's see how we do, and we might have to make 1 or 2 adjustments. That's about it. So let's get started. So one thing you're going to notice that I'm doing is I'm always checking my tips, make sure they're tight. And I'm also making sure my knock here, my lighted knock, is lined up with the white fletching, because I have a mark here that you can see it probably on here, right there. So let's send this first one down and see where we're at. Okay. All right, shot number 1. And that looks pretty good right there. We're probably going to come back to the left just a little bit, but it's in the target, it's in the kill range, and that's what counts. So I spent probably a good 45 minutes sighting in these arrows. I sighted in all of them, and I still have probably 1 or 2 that are off slightly, but it's doing a lot better than it did before. Okay, boy. Okay, getting my son out of the way. All right, here we go. Shot number 2. That looks pretty good. Don't touch. You notice the table moving. The earthquake, it's my son hitting the table. All right. Shot number 2. One thing you always want to check your field tips. They do come loose, so just keep an eye on those, because that can also throw off your shot. Don't touch the table. Okay, see, I had that flyer a little bit high. I think that's the same one that's been doing it. But most of these arrows are pretty close. Don't rock the table, baby. All right.
Go quick. Go quick.
Shot number 4.
Quick. Cookie. Go, 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 go.
Okay, that was in the red.
No.
I'd much rather be in the black zone in there, but as long as we're in the kill range, we're good. Like I said, practice, practice, practice. And when it's time to go out, you put your your broadheads on and make sure your broadheads are all tuned up and ready to go. Because you're going to find a slight difference between your broadhead and your field tip. You're always going to find that difference. Okay, careful now. Okay, you're hitting me. Don't hit me. Okay, that one's good.
Yes.
All right, look out. All right. Well, since shot number, looks like 6 downrange. All right. Let's go for the center one there. Okay. That one's a little high, but again, I'm good. All right. Final shot. And you'll notice that they're mostly, hopefully you can see it well on the camera, mostly pretty close. Because earlier I was shooting some tight groups that were tighter than I wanted. And I'll show you here in a little bit what it did to my line of knock. Okay, put those down. Put them down and come back over here. Yeah, he's always excited to be out here. All right, see where are we going to put this one? Let's go back to the center again. Okay, I didn't see where that one went, but anyways, I still got some fine tuning to do, which I'll be doing quite a bit of, hopefully before snow comes in. So with that said, we'll be right back with some final thoughts. Okay, we're back with some final thoughts, and one of the things I did today is I did break a light and knock. It came off, and I can't quite, it won't stay on now, but that's damage from getting too close with your arrows. So I gotta see if I got another light and knock. I think I do, but I'm not 100% positive. And I'm also hoping that my microphone is working. So, oh, there goes my neighbor across the street. They're having some trees trimmed today and they're making a lot of noise. All right, so anyways, the final thoughts. Overall, it was a very productive day again. I got my sighting in's gotten a lot better. But again, it's practice, practice, practice. I can't illustrate how much practice is important. So, with that said, take care of your family. Family comes first. Remember, get out there and hunt. And see you on the next video.